Newton's laws of motion. And today, the idea is to present these laws in a way that you have never heard them. As we know, there are three laws of motion defined by Isaac Newton. And this particular video will focus on the very first law, which says an object in motion will stay in motion, and an object at rest will stay at rest, unless acted upon by an external force. Basically, this was meant for any physical substance that has mass. But in this particular video, we are going to see it a little differently. We are going to see it in everyday life, where this law explains inertia, the tendency to stay in your current state, whether that's being stuck, busy, lazy, or on autopilot, until a force like a decision, event, or realization interrupts the cycle. Sounds simple, right? But think about it. If nothing disturbs you and your direction, in that case, you will be moving in the same direction forever. And now ask yourself, how long have you been moving in the same direction? Every day you wake up and start your day with phone screen, red notifications, blue light, coffee, emails, meetings, lunch, and more screens, more tasks, more noise. Then in the evening, dinner, maybe Netflix, doom scrolling, and sleep. Or maybe something like it. And next day it repeats. You crave clarity, you launch for depth, you talk about change, but the truth is you're stuck. Not because you lack effort, but because you're trapped in motion, which is unconscious, automatic, inherited. This is called inertia, the first law of motion affecting human psychology. Not laziness, not failure, just inertia. And here is the twist. Most people don't even know they are in it. You are not stuck because you're doing nothing. You are stuck because you're doing the same thing over and over while secretly hoping life will feel different. Sound familiar, isn't it? There is a name for this in our ancient Indian tradition. We call it samsara. The wheel of repetition, the cycle of doing, becoming, grasping, craving, and still feeling empty. Always moving, but never arriving. And that's the real problem. In modern life, movement feels like progress. If you're busy, you feel like you're living. But deep down, you're haunted by this particular question. Am I actually going somewhere or just going? We have become addicted to the movement. Addicted to filling the silence with noise, addicted to scrolling, switching, jumping from one thing to the next. And in that endless motion, you miss that one thing, a thing that you're truly searching for, and it's nothing but stillness. Not the stillness of being stuck, but the stillness of being awake. And here is the tragedy. Most people will never find it. They will loop through relationships, jobs, identities, cities, titles, looking for change without ever realizing that change doesn't happen when life shifts. Real change happens only when you interrupt the momentum. Right now, while you are lost in your notifications, someone else is sitting in silence, unlearning everything the world told them to be. While you chase dopamine, someone else is chasing their center. While you repeat your routine, someone else is breaking theirs and having a glimpse of something sacred on the other side. And the hardest truth is that you might never know what really you're missing unless you stop. Because here is something very important no one told you. Inertia doesn't just happen in physics. It can also happen in your spirit. Your reactions looped, your thoughts recycled, your identity inherited, unexamined, your dreams echoes of what culture wants, not what your soul needs. And every time you hesitate to interrupt the pattern grows stronger. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another productivity hack. You need that force, a shift, an interruption, a wake-up call loud enough to shake you out of the loop. And that force which will break the shackles of inertia has to come from within. because life rarely delivers it by accident. And if it does, that hurts the most because then it comes without you being prepared for it. What would happen if you just stopped? Stopped obeying your own programming? What if one day you did the opposite of what your habits demand? What would you find underneath the noise? Who would you become without the momentum? Don't you want to know? You see, this isn't just about escaping boredom, it's about escaping your own unconscious life. There is a version of you, clear eyed, calm, self aware, that exists beyond your current rhythm. But you will never meet that aspect of yourself if you never pause. If you want peace, stillness isn't passive, it's the skill to achieve peace. If you want clarity, then step out of the fog. If you want freedom, then break the cycle that's running you day and night. And the interesting part of all this, that everything in this cycle is happening without even your consent. In the long run, if it goes on and you don't disrupt your inertia, it becomes your deep-rooted identity. An object in motion stays in motion until something, in this case, it's you, chooses to stop. This is your force. This is your permission. This is the beginning of something different. Not everything needs to keep going. Not every version of you needs to survive. Sometimes stillness is not the absence of growth. It is the beginning of transformation. So pause, breathe, interrupt the pattern. Do whatever little you can. Doesn't really matter how small it is at the start. As long as you have started, it's fine. It's perfect. It's more than perfect. And that's what you really want. Because maybe the thing you have been looking for has been still waiting just outside the loop.